Belgium, one of the countries in Europe hardest hit by the pandemic, has also tightened COVID-19 restrictions in an effort to stop the spread of the coronavirus. The country is second only to the Czech Republic in terms of infection rate per capita. The tougher measures include stricter social distancing, banning spectators from sports matches, and limiting the number of people in cultural venues to 200. For the second day in a row, Germany has recorded a near record high in infections. The daily rate has again passed the 11,000 mark. France has extended its nighttime curfew, which is from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., to 54 administrative departments. It now covers at least 46 million residents. And tonight in Wales, pubs, restaurants and non-essential shops will all be closed until the 9th of November. Poland is set to extend its highest-level red zone restrictions to the entire country as the daily infection rate moves close to a record 14,000. The new measures include the partial closure of primary schools and restaurants and a ban on attending weddings and funerals. Poland was spared crisis levels of infection during the first wave of the pandemic, but the second wave is hitting much harder, and some doctors fear their health services are reaching breaking point. This is a report from Richard Good.
At the Interior Ministry Hospital in Warsaw, W.H.O is lucky to be alive. Yesterday, it was a life support machine that kept him going as his body battled both heart disease and COVID-19 infection. W.H.O says he's followed all the government's safety guidelines.
I don't know how I got infected. I live on the 4th floor and I don't go anywhere. Maybe it was the postman or someone from my family who was at my place, but my family is still healthy.
Doctors say they're horrified by the speed of the virus spread, concerned by both the direct threat and the indirect impact on resources available to treat other sick patients.
I think if we continue to gain 20% a day, no system can stand it. At the moment, the game is very high stakes, by which I mean ensuring we as a system do not break down.
A shortage of doctors and nurses is adding to the problems. The Health Ministry says infections at schools may have driven the virus spread. Richard Good, Euronews.
The Prime Minister of the Czech Republic has asked his health minister to resign. This follows report that the minister broke his own COVID-19 rules. Let's head to the Cube now and Matthew for more on this. Matthew?
Well, Per, this story has generated a huge amount of conversation on social media. It was first broken by the Czech daily Blesk. They published these photographs, which they said showed on Wednesday evening the country's health minister, Roman Primula, leaving a high-market restaurant in the centre of Prague, whilst also not wearing a face mask. Now, the problem with this? Well, just a few hours earlier, the country's health minister had himself introduced new strict regulations to tackle COVID-19. Public gatherings are now limited to 2 people in the Czech Republic, but more importantly, bars and restaurants are now closed. They are only allowed to issue food for deliveries. So these images of the health minister leaving a restaurant, well, they generated a lot of anger across Czech political spectrum. You had the country's interior minister saying that the rules should apply to everyone. This was inexcusable behaviour, and that was effectively a disregard for the thousands of public health workers in the Czech Republic who are fighting the pandemic. Now, the country's Prime Minister, Andrej Babiš, has confirmed on Twitter that he also considered this completely unacceptable and has asked the health minister to resign. And if he does not, he will dismiss him himself. We've also had confirmation that Prague City Hall are also investigating this for administrative proceedings. Now, the health minister has said in an interview with the Weekly Respect that he doesn't feel he has done anything wrong. But clearly a lot of anger across the Czech Republic and a lot of people saying that his behaviour has been inexcusable.